Hey everybody! It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and I was just sitting down to do some cards for myself, and I thought, why not invite you along? So the backstory for today is that I did some oracle work all through the fall, becoming that oracle. And this week, there is a new archetype that I really want to embody more of, and that is the hag. And I don't really know what that means for my life practically. I have some ideas, but I want to consult the cards. So I decided to look for an animal spirit card and a card from the Prisma Visions tarot. I chose the animal spirit deck because it just caught my eye. And I chose the Prisma Visions because I don't know it that well, and I didn't want to have a lot of preconceptions. So I'm opening up the Animal Spirit deck. And I will look through. Okay. So I pulled out 3 cards. The one that feels the most hag-like to me is Vulture. And then I pulled out these other 2 because there's something about the octopus and something about the unicorn that I think is associated with the hag as well. So I think, let's talk about the vulture first. So the vulture, just this like, okay, the vulture is a little bit above the action. It's watching it and waiting. It is ugly and unconcerned about that. It's kind of relishing in it a little bit. And it sort of purifies, like it takes away dead things. It zeroes in on the dead and maybe even rotting, and it takes it away. It's unromantic about it. Of course, this has probably very little to do with actual vultures. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm looking in my unconscious, right? And then the unicorn, like the part of the unicorn is this kind of, like otherworldly in the sense of it's like outside of the ordinary world and ordinary concerns, and it's got that stabbing horn. And octopus, I guess, again, is also just kind of this otherworldly creature to me. But I'm really noticing like the squishiness of it, that it can mold itself into many different shapes is what I'm thinking. And again, and it's not romantic about that. Like, I can mold myself when I'm people pleasing into a lot of different shapes, but it's like the octopus does it differently. It's not invested in these other shapes. It's just, strategic maybe. So that's all very interesting. Let's take a look at the Prisma Vision. So I'm looking for the hag. What does the hag do? And try to go fast. The reason I don't use this deck a lot is because a lot of the images take a while for me to make sense of what they are because of the art style, and so it don't like get an immediate yes or no often. So this might not actually be a great deck to use, but I'll keep going. Okay. Got a few cards. I'll show one of them first and then the other two. So the High Priestess. There's something about walking alone at night and leaving fruit behind. These are pomegranates. Leaving things behind. There's such a matter-of-factness to my image of the hag. And so then, of the first card that really appealed to me was this one. It's the Knight of Swords, and I know there's a reflection, but maybe you can see that there's like this swan creature with teeth, and the knight is holding its sword up into the mouth. Then when I came to this one of a person just looking into the mouth, let me look at them both. I think the hag is something else that has elements of these. So like, what does the hag do when this swan creature, swan monster tries to get it? Like, it doesn't hold up a sword and it doesn't just look in. The hag, I think, has a bit more of a defiantness. Like, at the very least, it's like arms crossed and like looking at it. Like, it'll watch the thing coming for it. And it's just like unafraid. And that is super appealing to me. So I have self-diagnosed with a few mental health issues, but one thing that's really apparent about me is that I have a very low threshold, like, startle reflex. So where other people are totally fine, I will kind of like jump and scream. And so it's like fun to like be very affected by the world, right? But I get scared very easily. Again, that's fine. But it seems like it would be really interesting to embody the hag, this sort of fearless observer that is really unromantic about its role, and it just like looks at the rotting flesh and just like clears it away. And this thing comes forward and it's like, yeah, no, you can't get me. You know, that would be pretty amazing. There's a way that the oracle was like walking towards people and the hag is kind of hanging back. Like, you can go and you can talk to the hag, but the hag is not going to come seek you out. I like it.